make money online. Welcome. Road to 1 million using AI. I'm going to give you guys all the secrets unless you're feeling bored and want to go watch cat videos. That's cool. Or you want to make money online. This is the podcast to watch you. There's no there's no kind of thing basically. Okay. Uh there's I don't want to switch between the one-on-one consulting and but let's just do it just for the sake of it. It really doesn't matter to me fundamentally. Too bad I can't see which members are online for my community. That would be very interesting. That'd be really dope. Welcome to the 1 Million AI Business Podcast, where I'm going to show you how I am growing my $1 million per business online. Get the secrets, get the questions, get the business mentorship, the tools, the frameworks. You can swipe off and watch cat videos, or you can learn how to make money online. That's really your only two alternatives. Uh, you know, I think I'm ready for the link tree. I've had some people who are like, I'm not gonna lie, the people that are like interested in like one-on-one business consulting, which is great, but at the end of the day, they don't have the money to invest. They're not serious, but I'll throw it out there. I will throw it out there to make it super easy for them to get the one-on-one business coaching. Where's the link for a 5-day class? It's actually, if you signed up and you have your email, the 3-day challenge is actually going to start next Wednesday. So check your email and you'll get the link for next Wednesday. We're having our 3-day challenge, which is what we're going to start off at, for which I'm building at the same time, so that you can learn how to use AI to grow your business. But you have to be making more than $5,000 to $10,000 a month. I'm not gonna lie. If you're not making more than $5,000 to $10,000 per month, the webinar is going to be a waste of your time, 1,000%. That's why it's very hyper specific. A lot of people are like, "Oh my God, overnight success," and like, "Oh my God, if I can learn the secrets." It's like, nah. If you're not making $5,000 to $10,000 in your business for a that you keep asking for it, it's like, then I can't. Then the 3-day challenge that I'm going to be doing every Thursday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday is not going to help you in any shape, way, or form. Like, it's a waste of your time. You have so much more. And AZIF, put in the chat what is your business and what is your monthly revenue, so I can actually guide you. I'll give you the tips. I'll give you everything you need to make money online, but I need to know where you are. And if you're not even at that threshold, the 3-day challenge is going to be a waste of your time, honestly. It's only for business owners that are making $5,000 to $10,000 a month to looking to scale to $20,000 per month. It's a it's a whole different ball game. It's not for beginners. It's not going to be free. Sorry, because so let me break this down. If excuse me for your funnel, I just ate dinner. I'm also, by the way, if you're on YouTube, I'm not gonna lie. Hold on. Let me bring this Streamlabs. If you're not on YouTube, it's gonna be a lot better. Do you have any advice? Cargo business? Sorry, way different industry. I don't have experience with it. Coach E though, I invested in Coach Jaja's one-on-one consulting, and she gave me such a valuable insight that I put the whole insight of what she said as far as like tips and everything of what Coach Jaja in 1 hour, 90 minutes, um, audited my business like worth every penny. And so I think I'll go to AI community. I put the whole transcript inside the AI community. Psych CEO, you need to sign up by Friday. I'm not gonna lie, Coach Jada. That's what I was gonna say. I was like, yo, I have been hyping you up all day. As far as like, I am truly blessed, because I also want my members to know like two things. One, it pays to invest in business mentors. Like that is one of the biggest things that a lot of people don't want to like make that shift as far as like invest in mentorship. And I was like in full transparency, I was like, I need to invest in a business mentor coach that actually can audit my business. And that's why I was the 6 p.m. show. I was sharing, and and for my members in the community, I wanted to actually it's gonna be this one. Here we go. View. I put I put the whole transcript. I put everything that you share through ChatGPT because I want them to understand why it's so valuable to invest in a business coach. And you know what? I would like actually sorry. Actually, Coach Jaja. There we go. Cool. I'm gonna throw you if you want. No pressure. Um, because for my members, I need them to understand why it's so important to invest in a business mentor because you have blessed both.
How are you doing?
Oh, Coach Jaja, I apologize for like rushing off. I could have stayed longer. Trust,
No.
but oh my God, it was such a joy, such clarity, such breath of relief that you shared with me to help audit my business. And I wanted to share with my members as far as like what it's like to invest in a business coach, because
Okay.
I was like, look, there are those times in your business that you need to invest in someone that has carved a bigger path for you and has
Right.
already done something for you. And for me, and that's where I'm like, there's courses, there's YouTube videos, there's live stream, but I was like, when you invest in a business coach and their time to actually look into your business to audit their business,
Right.
that's when I need it, and that was the main message I want to share with my community as far as it's okay to invest in a business coach to help you audit your business, to give you that perspective, that clarity, because what you shared, truly grateful, like true what in just that short amount of period of time, you shared so much clarity for for me, and I'm truly grateful.
But that's the thing is that too often we don't understand. Sometimes we're so close to our business. You know how we have on our mirrors in our car it says things may appear closer than they actually seem. So a
Mm-hmm.
lot of times we're so close in our business that we're unable to see the gaps. And I think one of the big ones that we're getting ready to solve with yours is going to literally put a bridge between this your lives and and your community.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that a lot of times we don't understand that we're too close sometimes to our situation. Also, too, we get accustomed to our rhythm. So we keep doing it the same way, keep doing it the same way. And sometimes we have to pivot. My I have an accountability partner and she calls me the pivot princess
Mm-hmm.
because I'm willing to change if that's what I have to do.
Yeah.
And Coach E, you're the best too.
It's family. It's truly family. Yeah.
It is. And so you guys also too, you need to connect with like-minded people. I just had a clarity meeting with my mentorship tonight. And that's one of the things that I told them. Some people are going to have to be placed on hold. You need to go in here, get digital besties, and connect with people who are on a like-minded journey.
Yeah.
It's nothing wrong with somebody who, if they work for the sanitation department for your county, it's nothing wrong with that because there is a place for that job. But that's not supposed to be your accountability partner if you're in the digital space.
Mm-hmm.
So we need to connect with like-minded people. We need to not think that our business is so perfect that we can't have somebody help us in our blind sides. So I appreciate and I'm grateful for you today because it's just this digital space is great, but it's a lot. It's a lot to learn. So each and every one of you in here, you need to make a commitment, get clarity in the vision. Stop being wavering. Oh, tomorrow I'm gonna talk about hair. Tomorrow, next day I'm gonna talk about nails. The day after that I'm gonna talk about shoes. The day after that, now I'm a space dynamic physicist. Don't.
Yeah.
Pick a lane, get good at it. Pick a platform, get good at it.
Yeah.
Because that's what you've been doing. Going live 2 and 3 times a day, letting everybody know it's your business, creating content in the AI space, that's getting good at one thing. And just like when the person just asked you about something, who was that asked about Curry or whatever? Coach E, is you still on there because she can mentor you. But at the end of the day, you need to get good at one thing. And he was transparent. That's not my area, but I know someone who can help you. Hey, Dream Press, how you doing, sweet cake? So at the end of the day, you all, get good at one thing and show up for it every day for 1 hour. Even if it's just 1 hour, you'll be surprised how you can move the needle. And I'm going to leave y'all with this. If you show up every day, the money will show up. If you show up every now and again, the money might show up every now and again. But if you don't ever show up, don't expect one dime.
Facts.
And I'm going to say it one more time. Get up off of your beat. Get up off of it. And wake up early. Coach E, she be like, she'll tell y'all, because she be like, this lady do not go to sleep. Broke people wake up late. Get up.
I have your voice in my head every time. I'm like, I ain't got time to sleep in. I was like, that is gone. That is gone. Like, facts. Yeah. People need to hear your message and hear it.
Yes.
Yeah.
And just get up and just do it. Make a decision that I am going to do it. She talking about she don't sleep.
But we have someone to aspire to. We have someone that sets the standard. And there's very little people that set the standard for what it takes to excel in the digital online space. And that's why I would not have been blessed to introduce to you if it wasn't for Coach E. And I would not be doing what I am today if it wasn't for watching Coach E on a live stream. And so the full circle, and that's where I'm like there's a different game. Yes.
She said she has me up at 3 a.m. doing strategy calls 3 and 4 times a week. Because what are we trying to sleep for? I don't mean no harm. What I will say is that other people might sleep on me, but I ain't gonna sleep on me. How about that? I'm gonna make sure I am up, and I'm gonna wake her up too. Cause she probably like she like, lady, please go to bed.
Same. It was like, early. I'm gonna show up.
But it's yes, but I appreciate the fact because you did. It was early your time, but it's but also too. I wanted you to be up like that too, because you're crisper. You're more receptive earlier in the morning. She said, I can't even be depressed this week because of her. You sure can't, Sugar Sweet. Because I'm going to wrap you in a warm hug and we're going to do some work. Because she was over there working on some GPTs while she was trying to be down. And I was like, no, it's time to be up.
Even Coach E's music. I'm like, I need more of Coach E's music in my life. I want to emphasize that too. Yeah.
Coach E, he heard this change your thinking and do it scared.
The stuff you're posting in the community, I was like, I look at my music, I'm like, I need hype entrepreneur music that keeps me in that mindset. And I was like, there's nothing else that compares, to what Coach E shared. 1000%.
Yes. But that's all I'm saying is that you're it's too much money out here to not have any. And this is the thing. If you do it right, she says she'll put one together for you. She says, let me put you one together. She can do it. Working in the background. Okay. And this is another thing. I'm letting y'all know that if you do things right, Coach E will tell you that we'll be literally just sitting there talking. And I'll just be sitting there just working on something else. And I'll say, oh, somebody just gave me some money. I just got some money. And she just be like, okay, so you just sitting here and money is just coming to your bank accounts.
Yeah.
Just literally just sitting here. If you position the products, just like I showed you today, it is not one product that does not have an upsell in it. Mm-hmm. Not one.
Yeah.
She said we'll be on the phone for hours and hours, and I'll just be sitting there, and money will just pop up, and she'll say, "Are you kidding me?"
I feel so uncomfortable about sharing, but I'm like, I had my biggest revenue today.
She said, "Oh, she loves a good order bump."
Yes. And with Coach E and the mindset and the music and both digital product, it's a whole different game. It's a whole different level, and that's why I want to invest more in digital products, in mindset music, in coaching, because this is a whole different level.
Yes.
Truly.
The sky is the limit. It has no ceiling caps. It has not like these stinking jobs talking about, oh, I'm going to give you a 1 to 3% raise. Go play in traffic and go on about your business.
When Myron said it, when you make your week's salary in a day, it changes everything.
And we've done that. And Erica has done that. We've all done that. We've made our week's salary. And this is the thing. I'm a little different because I've always had, because of what I do in the financial industry, I've made over $100,000 for years. That's like $25,000 to people. I'm used to making over $100,000. But when I made my whole salary in 5.5 months, my base salary was $120,000. When I made what, I knew that this game was a different game, and it was this the game we playing. Let's do it. Monica, I made $100,000 in 5.5 months.
It changes. It rewires your brain, and it makes you want to invest more, invest higher,
Yes.
And a big thing too is surrounding yourself with people who have done it. That was my biggest shift today. I need to surround myself with a different community. I need to surround myself with people that can look at me and say, oh, this is your business. Oh, this is where you need to shift.
Right. Here's the blind side. Here's the blind area. Because we all got blind spots in our business. And it's okay. And me and Erica used the prompt to look at some of our blind areas.
Hmm.
And baby, that thing was weighing us out. We both was like, well, okay, well, wait a minute. Do I need to get me a band-aid? Because you just don't beat me up like
Yeah. It takes a lot to tear down to build stronger, basically.
And Monica, what do you mean? Oh, OMG, I have been beating myself up that my numbers aren't growing like it did on my other account. Well, see, that's another thing too. Numbers don't matter.
Yeah.
You would rather have 200 loyal fans than to have 2 million followers.
It was 2 years of 200 followers until I figured out how to actually do content right. And
Right, right.
there's a there's skill sets to learn about hook, value, offer, or even just that's a whole. But
Exactly.
Monica's in a great place, but she's doing the consistency, and that's what I'm like.
Right. So
Keep doing.
Monica, just make sure you show up. Also, not only that too, is that look at your offer, look at your profitable problem. Because if you don't have a profitable problem, that's the problem.
I'll do a case study. We have another Monica in the community. She was teaching English, but she was teaching English to everyone. But as soon as we refine the who, meaning teaching English for
Right.
professionals that need to know for their job, she made 18
Right.
sales in a weekend. And I was like, ah, yeah.
Yes, because sometimes too, when we're trying to sell to everybody, we sell to nobody. You know, no disrespect. You know me. Um, do I love men? Yes, God. They're just not my target audience. Do I mistreat men? Do I? I do not. But I don't also know the median income for women in the United States is $42,000 a week year. That won't buy our water to cry with. It just won't.
No, facts. It's like, look, wake up to reality. The game, you have to move. You have to do something different. Another week of the same habits is going to reap the same results. Move,
Right.
kind of thing.
And so that's the reason why I go so hard, because I know that it's difficult for a lot of women. Hey, Coach E, how you doing, Sugarfoot?
I am so. I would not be here today if it wasn't for these two beautiful, amazing women. Hands down, hands down, hands down. I'm truly grateful. Truly grateful.
Hey. How you doing, Sweet Pea?
I'm wonderful. Just
Hey, Monica.
these, 3 hour, 4 hour calls, y'all. When I tell y'all, Jaja will have me on the phone at 3 a.m.
Because it's work
Literally.
to be done. It's
Literally
work to
3
be
a.m.
done.
to about 5 or 6 a.m. Literally.
And then this is where she be like, one day she said, okay, wait a minute, we just got through at 4 something. Did you do mindset Monday at 6:30 a.m.? I did.
No, dedicated. Yeah.
Yeah, she is very, very dedicated. Yeah, I got some personal stuff that's going on this week that I kind of fell off, and I ain't went live none last week or this week. And y'all, I was going into a depressed stage, but for some reason, when you talk to Jaja, you can't be there. You can't stay there. So,
That's
yeah.
my babies. I mean, you know what? I'm going to give you a whole bunch of love because I'm just a loving person.
Yeah,
But if you try to play, then if I have to cuss you, then we just have to get the cuss.
Listen, I met Jaya. I was watching on live one day. I watched her maybe for a good couple of months. I watched her. After I watched her, I booked a one-on-one with her. And it was so weird. I booked the one-on-one. Y'all, she made me so mad. I want to cuss this lady out for real. I was like, who the hell she think she is? Like, she really...
My name is Coach Jaja with the rah-rah.
No.
Yeah, but it's weird because with a coach, you don't make a relationship with, we have actually become friends. She turned from coach to friend. And one day, she just called me out the blue. She texted me, and then I texted her back, and then she called me out the blue. And from that point on, we have been talking literally every single day. It's like the first thing we say, "Hey, how are you feeling?" We check on each other's
Right.
well-being, our mental. Um, she
And then
always jokes
also
with me.
too, we say, "Do you need anything?" and not be afraid to deliver. Hey, sugar, how you doing?
Hey, Trippy. And then what she'll do is she'll tell me, I'm going to send you an invoice. Okay, you want that to be broke? Oh, yes.
Done. Like, honestly, done. Like, yes.
No, but Jonathan, we talk about you in a good way all the time. We was like, oh my gosh, I just love Jonathan. She was like, yeah, Jonathan is good. Like, we really, really appreciate you. I mean, your community. Of course, I teach AI. I do AI, but guess what? You can never not learn enough. The point is to learn something and to go duplicate it and reteach it, and that's the point.
And also, you need to put your own
Twist.
spin on it. You need to put your stuff on it. Simply because it's only one you. I don't care if people can study me inside out. There is no way. First of all, you're not going to outwork me. Next of all, you're not going to outbrand me. Third of all, you're just not going to outdo me because I have a set of standards that's for myself that most people don't have for themselves.
Yeah.
Right, and I mean everybody. And here's the thing: we can do this. We can all three can do the same thing. But guess what? It's all about
It's gonna all
who
look
like
different.
and trust us.
It's
And
gonna all look different.
it's going to all look different. I'm not into digital products, and I tell
Hey, sugar, how you doing?
I tell Jai all the time, I am not into digital products. Y'all, I said that. Y'all, she's so deep into this ebook thing, to this digital product thing. Jonathan, listen, I sent her a copy of, what did I send you? I sent her something.
I don't know what you sent me. That thing was so ragged. I was ready to get the fight.
Look, it was. I sent her a book. I say, hey, this is what I sent my clients. Do you know she?
I redid it because
She
she got
went
on
off on me. She went off on me the fullest.
She sent them people a Google Doc. Google Doc. What in the
Yeah,
1970s is happening?
I learned about brand colors today on a whole like masterclass. I'm like, oh, like brand colors are a thing.
I
I
asked him, I said, what's your brand colors? He said, what?
I
said,
what?
okay, see, now y'all playing with me.
Oh, you don't have your brand colors on?
Oh, I have nothing. Branding nothing. It looks like a child just started Photoshop for the first time. No, not even Photoshop. Microsoft Paint for the first time, and all of my thumbnails.
Like, no, sir, we gotta get this together.
So, what are your brand colors now?
I have. I'm slow.
He's working on them.
I just started. I'm day one, but I'm looking at blue.
He's still working on them a little bit.
Unfortunately, Jaja likes that old pink. But
keep on.
T-Mobile. I'm never looking at T-Mobile the same.
But this another thing is that he also, you got to be quick. Yeah. We literally standing up in his meeting. I made him 3 images.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh.
I made 3 images right there in the middle of the meeting.
Oh, yeah, you make me nothing. Okay.
No, but
yeah, I done literally redid your whole cover. And if you need me to make you an image, I can. But
that was
how you doing?
That was the biggest thing is like coming from nothing. I was like, what is? And I'm gonna go. I be taking screenshots of like wedding photos. I was taking photos like colors. Like
what do the colors mean? How is it going to resonate with your audience? What is it that what does what color mean? That I made him want that image. I made him one image.
Cause that's Coach Jaja. Let me show you where I'm coming from to show you like how bad I've been needing branding in my community. Look at these 3rd grade like Photoshop, like there's
but I can't be coming to your community telling you nothing.
Right.
It's like we coming to see your
house. That's the thing. We have to get it. We have to get your stuff where it is cohesive, so that when somebody gets in there, they know that they not. I don't want people to feel like they're in just a community, but you need to be looking at it like a subdivision. You hate a subdivision if one house is sitting this way, one house is that way. In a subdivision, they put everything cohesively in a row. And then if you got a clubhouse, if you got a pool, if you got a HOA, everything is structured in a way that is systematic. So if somebody comes into your digital community, it should be the same way when they come into your community. So we got to clean that up because you don't want the people thinking they done came to the digital hood. Yeah. We want them to think that they done came to the digital, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that razzle-dazzle.
Give it the razzle-dazzle.
I need the razzle-dazzle. I have none, and that's where I've been. So these are things, these are little things that make
it's so a little nuances.
So much detail, yeah.
And so I'm an aesthetics girl. Everything that I do is going to be 5-star.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's that.
You know her brand. You know her brand is Rich Girl, right? You know she called her people.
That's my rich girls, yeah.
But she's rich girls. I told her you got some rich girls, you got some poor girls. Which one you gonna be?
And I told her I can't with them poor girls.
I did my ICP and I was like, oh, I can't deal with anyone under 5K. Sorry, it's like I can't serve. But it's being very clear who you're serving, what's the problem you're solving,
right.
And then branding yourself so that you are the standard, because the level of attention and detail that goes into the products and everything else will trickle down to say, oh, there's no second best. Where you're going to go else from this standard? So
exactly,
I need to raise the standards.
And it's nothing that you're going to come through. And everything needs to be cohesive. You know, that's the reason why, you know, even though like I whipped up some stuff in the last probably 24 hours, I've created products and things. I created a whole challenge that's starting tomorrow. I did all of that in 24 hours.
Nice.
Look, I'm trying to do me a challenge. Jonathan, beat me to it. You doing a 3-day AI challenge?
That was the biggest thing, yeah. Branding, can I get a 3-day challenge by Friday? Is my challenge, is like get that up and running so that I can market next week to start pushing ads content and pushing towards that.
Yeah, that's what I love about Jonathan. Even though I am the AI hustle strategist, that's what I brand myself. He is Dr. AI. He still allowed me to join his community. It's no competition. It's no worried about who's doing what, because we both can learn from each other. And I'm grateful because you have a lot of people out here that's in the same industry or doing the same thing you're doing, and they feel like that. It's competition. It's competition.
And see, I gotta work on my confidence.
And it should be collaboration over competition. You say
I gotta work on my cockiness. I got my C's mixed up. Competition. I am my own competition.
Right. But a lot of people look at you as
you can't compete with me. You're not gonna outwork me.
It's me versus me.
And I tell my members in my community, copy me, copy my content, copy my business model. If you want to carve my same path,
it's okay to be a copycat. You got to copy the right cat.
Right cat. DuPage Medical Wellness. Yes, he is the best. Jonathan is awesome. Like for real. I studied Jonathan. I watched Jonathan. I just don't have the nerve to do any content. I don't even know how to begin to do content.
Okay, well then if that's what we talking, I'll push you into that if you want me to. I'll push you in the street.
No, ma'am. No, thank you.
No, the content girl, I was like, there's Coach E, but she doesn't post content. But shoot, on the live, you need to attend her lives because she would hard sell. Learn how to do that from the live as a whole masterclass that people are learning from. I push them to your page so much. I have your page bookmarked that I tell people, I'm like, learn how to do live streams and sell from the how to do time limits, how to do demos.
Yes.
Coach E, I've been giving all the secrets away. That's that I'm learning to grow into. But yes, yeah.
Coach E, guess what I told him? I said, "Oh, you doing everything but the kitchen sink? Well, you need to go to Panera Bread and get the kitchen sink cookie and stop giving away everything but the kitchen sink."
Nah, he running a non-profit.
Yeah,
He running a non-profit. You
Straight
better
to
stop it.
non-profit. I'm like, I just show up. I'm like, I give it all away. What's your question? Give it away. And people are like, why am I gonna pay for it? I'm like,
That's
I was literally
I
just
learned that
listening.
too. I
I
learned
was
that
just
too.
listening to Myron Golden today, and he said, "Give them the what,
yeah,
give them the why, and then sell them the how."
The how.
I saw that.
So, what do I always say, Erica? You need to get them a corner piece.
A corner piece.
Just give them a corner piece, but don't give them everything.
Because once they give everything away on live, then they don't feel like, well, you know what? I got enough information. I can go Google the rest.
Right? Or they gonna try to reverse engineering and try to circumvent you. And I tell people flat out, you can try to go around digital products with me, but I'm gonna promise you that nothing you gonna get is gonna be nothing to none to the digital product starter kit. You will not be able to. You can't YT it. You can't look at the videos. You can't none of that. You cannot beat it in a one-stop shop, in a one place. Everything you need to know.
Yeah.
You're not gonna be able to beat it.
Yeah. It 1,000%. It is like there's so much in there. It's not on Google. It's not because digital products is a whole different.
Look at her stuff. Look at her link in bio. Look at that pink mess.
Don't start that joke, lady.
Ooh, that T-Mobile. We're never looking at T-Mobile. That's not T-Mobile.
Y'all not
That's
gonna
Coach
never look
Jaja.
at T-Mobile the same.
that's not T-Mobile. They've been dethroned. That's Coach Jaja. T-Mobile going stole that from you.
And so, you know, but the digital product starter kit is just comprehensive. If you want to know digital products, that's what you get. And then they got the Digital Diva. She's a close second.
Yeah, I built her. Which one I built for you? Bella Banks.
You built Bella Banks.
Bella Banks, but Bella Banks is good too now.
She good too. Bam.
Like where you like. I'm still going through the first 2 lessons as a masterclass, watching over and over and over again because, like, there is so much value. So you can find this on YouTube. You can find this on YouTube.
Right. And my favorite section is at lesson 5. Social media is my favorite one. Of all the chapters, that's my favorite chapter of all the chapters, because that's where I do everything for you. I do your banners for the FB. I do your banners for Pinterest. I do your banners for YT. I do your thumbnails. I do your outro. I do your pins. I do your posts. I do your
Let me go look at
reels.
that because I got it. I ain't never looked at it. Let me go take a look.
Everything is already done right there. I do your TikTok banner. It's in there. Everybody got a banner when they go live on TikTok. I got your live banner. I did your banner too, but I got your live banner.
Zero
It's not.
excuses.
You know what? Don't start no stuff, lady.
Zero
But it's
excuses
literally
on this.
lesson 5. Just that portion alone is worth every bit of it.
Oh God, you got that is so much. There's plus.
See, he likes the bonuses. The bonuses, I give you 180. I give you 180-day plan. I give you 22 streams of income that you need to be. I give you 180-day action plan. I give you a digital wealth workbook because you need to when you start making your money. How you gonna flip it?
The affiliates. The affiliates is a whole.
Ooh, Jonathan, I would love to do. We could do some kind of workshop or some kind of class together.
Oh.
That'll be good.
Oh.
And y'all do know that y'all do have the affiliate. Y'all do know y'all can do 25% when you sell it, Jonathan. Just know that too. Remember, you can become an affiliate of the digital product starter kit.
2 weeks ago, I just learned the affiliate game. whole different game.
You know, I love Stand Store. It's just, I know I'm not the one to talk about it because
And the order bump. Yeah.
I am the order bump
Yep.
princess.
Yep. There
I
are,
just bring you the good luck jar. That's it. That's all.
I would not be here today. I remember the day I watched Coach E's live stream, and I was looking for all the other live stream. I was like, does someone teach AI in a live stream? I've seen products, services, wigs, fashion, sure, candy, all that stuff. But when I saw you doing your live stream, Coach E, that was the aha moment. Was like, oh, this is
This is
possible.
the space I want to be
I
in.
was like, it's doable. That was revolutionary, way afar, and I was like, okay, and that gave me the confidence to just like, okay, I need to figure out how to create content to unlock live streams, and live streams, and my whole game was just show up. I don't know what I'm gonna say, but I need to show up consistently. That's all.
Thank you.
Oh, Coach E, I would not be here today if it wasn't for watching that. I remember it to this day. Like, for sure. Because I was coming from trying to figure out not only TikTok, but also live streams, but also how do you just, like, because I'm coming from digital marketing world where you sell services and that's like, okay, go to your website and stuff like that. There was a whole, so watching you on your live stream gave me the belief that it's possible, and and small world that you came into our, and I remember the day you came into my live streams, and I was like, that's Coach E, that's, I would not, and then you introduced me to Jaja, and I was like, oh, this is your mentor, and I was like, oh, and
it's crazy how we booked the one-on-one call with you.
yeah, that blew my mind. I was like, what? Yeah, but
Yeah, and I learned something that day. And I know Jaja did too. They just,
Oh yes, but that's what it's designed, because too, a stupid man is a man who thinks he knows everything. If you want to know the definition of stupidity, that's one of the main characteristics. Because also too, we're smarter as three than we are as one.
facts. Yeah.
I tell people, I don't profess to know everything, but I know a lot. I might not be the finest woman in the room, but I'm the most amazing.
okay.
Well, when you walk in, standard.
I
It's
always walk in the
standards.
room like I own it. I'm like, baby, you might as well go and give me the deed, because I own this room. Because first of all, ain't nobody going to be cuter than me. You definitely not going to smell better than me. And you're not going to be dressed better than me. That's just not how I do it. You don't try to act like it. You saw me when I went to the boots on the ground. I get clean, girl.
We gotta have a in-person workshop and retreat, and that's the next.
We can do that. Tell me where we meeting.
Oh yeah.
Let's get that laptop
Yeah,
meeting
I
going
told
on. Let's get that Mark Anastasia.
I will
Let's go on
book
and get
that flyer
laptop
right
meeting that's
now.
going on.
Where you want it, I will be there. Like,
Let us know, because
And I'm serious, Jonathan. I want to do something with you. That's if you up for it.
whatever you like. True, and like you are so far of a lot of students.
so why y'all won't
and-
just go ahead on and do a good AI summit? Do I need to put that together? Show y'all
Nah,
the
we
training,
don't need to
work
put
on
our
that,
stuff
because y'all
together.
need to go ahead on and do a good AI
I
summit.
think that's
Put that together. We have to have more of a conversation off of the thing,
yep.
because y'all can whip that up real quick. Don't get me going, because
Let's make it official.
Man, we ain't asking no coaching
4
call
o'clock in the
tonight.
morning. Don't
We
get
ain't
me
asking no
going.
coaching call tonight, ma'am.
I will
Don't
book
get me
it.
started. But
Oh.
everybody really need to go to bed.
I'll book
Oh.
a flight wherever you need. I will be there to meet each of you in person. Would be a blessing. And to
Now I'm gonna tell you, we gotta go somewhere where the people's food is good. Now we can't.
I'm in Dallas, Jonathan. Where you at? California?
California. I'll go to Dallas. Forget California.
part of
I will
California
go
are you
to
in?
Dallas. I will go anywhere. Say again.
What part of California are you in?
Southern California, Los Angeles.
Oh, see, no, we need to come to him because I need to go to Lucille's barbecue. I need to go to Taps. I need to go to the Beverly. I need to go to the South Coast. I need to go to the Block. I need to go to the Where else I need to go? I need to go to Roscoe's. I need to go
Roscoe's.
to.
Oh, I will be your chauffeur.
I know everywhere I need to go. I'm not.
I will
I used to
tour
work
you
in California for a year.
anywhere, like
Then I need to ride. Then after that, I need to jump in the car and go to Vegas and go shopping. I'm not.
We may have a 2-day event both in LA and Vegas to just make done like like yeah.
Sounds like a plan to me, baby. And it's my friends be like, you just so bougie because I fly into John Wayne instead of LAX. And as soon as I fly into John Wayne, as soon as I go get my rental car, then I have to go get my In-N-Out burger. I'm gonna need a double animal style.
Well, they got an In-N-Out here.
I need my milkshake half strawberry, half chocolate, and then I can go on about my business.
Ooh, Texas has Whataburger, which is a whole nother level. But yeah.
We have it too.
Don't say nothing about no Whataburger. Tell them, John.
her son loves Whataburger. She said, then jump over to Hawaii. Are you in Hawaii, Sarah?
Hey, everybody. Welcome in. Welcome
in. Hey, LaToya Banks. Okay,
welcome everyone. We're planning the AI
food.
2025 summits. We going like, what's your city? Put in the chat because we coming to your town.
you don't never know now, baby. It's just that's the beauty of digital products. You'll meet people that you never would have met before, sitting behind some stanky desk with some boss who got a stanky husband at home that mistreat her, and now she come to work making folks sick. Not an AI cruise.
AI cruise.
An AI cruise would be real cute. 2026 AI cruise. I got to figure out how I'm gonna leverage the World Cup is coming to Atlanta, so I got to figure out how I'm gonna get some of that money.
Hey, how's Grandma?
Is my baby in here?
Hey, how's Grandma?
Is my baby up in here?
Hey, everybody.
I'll be in Hawaii soon. We got in. When she says we got in and out and Whataburger now in Nashville, Tennessee. Okay, baby. Hey, my baby. And thank you for coming in that meeting tonight. It was a good clarity meeting. That's one of my babies right there. Housecoat Grandma. Don't act like that. You know you is number one.
Oh, okay.
Lord have mercy. Housecoat. Hey, Coach. How you doing, my baby? Housecoat Grandma is in my mentorship. She's in my 10-week mentorship right now. Atlanta is close to me. You're near Greenville, South Carolina. Oh, hey, sugar.
That's David.
But that's the thing is that when you get in this digital space, what I love is it'll give you relationships and friendships that you never would have gotten if you just continue to work a job. That's one of my favorite lines in the movie Mo Money. A job ain't nothing but work. And in some cases, overworked and underpaid.
We started our session today. I was like, how do I get more into digital content or digital courses? What I'm doing. That was the whole
exactly. Once you say I've all over America, it's amazing who you get to meet. I don't know what you're saying. I think he says I've been all over America.
Yeah, that's
and it's amazing who you get to meet. I think that's what he's saying.
That's David.
I've been all over America too, and it's been a great. I'm very, very grateful. I've worked all over America too. I underwrote loans all over the country. And one of my favorite stories is my son, he had to go do an acquisition in Salt Lake City, Utah. And I said, go to Chuckarama and get some fried chicken. He says, y'all should check out the Grand Cayman Islands. I love the Grand Cayman Islands. I've been there too. But my son was in Salt Lake City, Utah. And he says, "How do you find fried chicken in Salt Lake City, Utah?" I said, "Little boy, I've been everywhere. Even the Grand Cayman Islands, I've been there too. Erica, that picture when you saw me out of the water with a stingray on my chest, I was in the Grand Cayman Islands.
Oh, I've been all over Dallas. That's where I've been and all over the
We're gonna get you out of Texas. We're both traveling. Me and Erica. We're gonna go visit Coach E. Yep.
Let's go. I met my wife over the internet.
Over in the 2000s. So you met her when Cash Money Records took over for the 99 in the 2000s. She said, "I'm trying to be like Coach. Come on, Sugar, let's do it. Come on, Sugar, let's do it. Come on, Sugar, let's do it."
Don't be like her. Don't do it. Don't let her rub off on you.
She said, "Don't let her rub off on you." What did you say today that sounded like me, and I thought I was going to crack up laughing? You said something, and I was like, "Really?" But it's too much fun. Traveling, just the United States is absolutely beautiful. I've been every direction, every coast. I worked in Seattle. I've worked in Florida. I've worked in Boston, in Maine, in Texas, in everywhere.
And when you coming to Dallas?
I haven't been to Dallas since.
So when you coming? Because you're supposed to be.
I do need to come because I got so many people. I got so many people that wants me to come back to Dallas. It's so bad.
Well, I'm not worried about them.
But I got about 5 folk up in Dallas. I need to go see when I come.
Well, I need to be number 1 and number 5.
Not the number 1 and number 5. That is hilarious.
I'm ready to meet.
Yes, it's so much places for passive digital products. Hey, Venice, how you doing, Sugarfoot?
Welcome in, y'all. What we're actually doing, we're just talking about how we have actually helped and inspired each other. So if you're just tuning in, of course, this is Dr. AI's Jonathan's Live, but myself, Coach E, I am the AI Hustle Strategist, and my girl, Coach Jaja, which is the digital product queen, digital mentor. She's on here. So we are just, just conversating and
we shooting the digital.
We're planning 2025's AI Summit tour. Basically, is what we're doing, and we're not messing around. If we need to plan a Dallas, and then you're in Atlanta, right?
Yes. Well, you already know it don't get no liver in Atlanta. I'm sorry.
Come to Dallas.
We're gonna do both.
You cannot.
We will do
Atlanta
both this year.
Is just a whole vibe itself. It just is. I have been born in one of the greatest places on earth.
Oh, we're doing both this year. I'm making it.
Listen, y'all, it's like 30-something people on here. Can everybody tap the screen and let's get Jonathan Lights up, y'all? I know.
Let's just go ahead on and get it up
collectively, and we can get him. I know we can.
Let's get him up to 5K.
Yeah, I'm gonna say 10K. If everybody tap together, let's do it together.
Thank you, baby. ASMR Sugarfoot. Thank you, baby. Welcome to the Atlanta where the players.
Everybody, y'all,
live on the page like every day. Okay.
By the end of this week, I'm gonna reach out to Coach E. We're gonna plan the first trip in Dallas, and then next we're going to Atlanta.
And then we'll come back and we're gonna come to California.
It doesn't rain in Southern
California. We are taking this AI summit. I will execute on this. I will plan this. I will broadcast and market this. Like, it is a thing now. As of today, it's a thing. It's coming to your major city. And yes, that's what we're going to do.
I mean, it'll be really.
Christian ain't coming. Who is Christian?
Well, okay, but that's okay.
Christian's he's AI analyst, SEO expert, and Christian will bring so much more value.
Somebody say Christian ain't coming. I don't even know who that is.
He's coming. He's in our side of the world of Christian. Oh man, where's Christian? He's he'll send DM. But Christian's been on my live streams. He's a AI SEO, and he will bring.
Okay, because when they say Christian wasn't coming, and I was going to say Christian Keys, because I need Christian Keys to come anywhere I'm at.
What's in the video? Like, let's see.
but I'm gonna behave. Cause Christian Keys, I was like, is Christian Keys in your group? Cause that's the Christian I need.
Take AI on the road. Let's do it.
Done.
Let's do it.
We can look. We can start soon to do a virtual and virtual.
Yes, do some virtual ones, and then
we can
do
take it on the road.
some in person pop ups.
I will start in person, and we will take this.
Oh, Christian AI Analytics. Okay, I saw him.
Yeah, he's
Hey, Christian.
Christian will bring a wealth of SEO and organic traffic outside of and bring more. Like he's a whole he's a beast.
He's a whole vibe.
Yeah, he's
Hey,
he doesn't
Christian.
do content, but he works for Fortune large companies to bring in SEO analytics and so much more. And he's
he gotta know what he's doing because they paying him some good bucks.
Oh, we just did a 4-hour live stream till 1 a.m. last night of the.
Oh no, I get sleepy after an hour.
But it's recorded and it's in the community.
But you'll wake up for the right price. If the price is right, I just might.
Yeah, I might. I don't know.
Yeah, that's Trina.
Oh, you in SoCal? Oh, game over.
It says high desert.
He's in high desert,
Southern California.
Southern California too.
I'll bring him to California. Done. That's easy.
He's in California too.
Yeah.
Isn't he?
I'll bring Christian
I'm
to
trying
California.
to figure out what he said. High desert, Southern California.
I'm
making a wild app right now. It's the next generation.
You know what I want to learn? I want to learn how to make. I need to AI app better than my. I'm trying to learn how to do the AI app with the code, no coding. That's what I'm trying to.
He said it's almost done.
You, Erica, you want to hook up with David, who's synth in the community. David in the community, I'll send you a DM. He's our resident software developer. AI app will help you build whatever app that you want, and so yeah.
It's almost done.
That's David.
Welcome in, Private.
No, welcome in.
Welcome in, Lomos.
Oh, we going
David,
on.
who is David? Okay, he said David.
We're going on
Done
tour.
for 1 or 2 hours. Can't wait to show you the live. Okay, it's insane. Come on, Christian.
Yeah, Christian and David, which is synth in TikTok, wealth of expertise in the software development space. Both of them. Both will bring more traffic and value to your business.
You said who?
That's synth, but he's David in the community. I'll send you a DM.
Oh, that's so he's saying he's David.
Yeah, that's David, who's he's a resident software developer in the community that will help you build whatever
Okay.
GPTs. So yeah.
Okay, that's okay. Hey, David.
Yeah.
Hey, David, how you doing, sugar?
Oh, okay. That's okay. Sid is the one that's David. He's the one been talking to us. Okay.
Yeah. He's a software developer. Expertise will take whatever. If you want to go above custom GPTs and want to build apps that actually go farther.
Oh yeah. I need to learn. That's what I want to learn. How much is David charging? He might be charging some pretty money.
This is the best time because I got him in to pivot his journey so that he can start helping people with their app development. So this is a perfect time to connect. I'm going to connect you to.
Okay, so David, I just followed you, Coach E. I hope she just followed you.
Yeah, I just followed him too.
Yes. So can you follow us back, please?
Christian, I'm about to follow you too.
And
we the cute Christian, we the cute ones.
And Christian's great because he above what we do as content and live streams, Christian specializes in SEO and cold email marketing that converts higher than the content game that we're playing. Meaning more traffic, higher ROI, which is a whole.
We appreciate you, Christian.
So, yeah. Oh,
hi, Cherie.
Connecting. Yes. Oh, we're gonna build the dream team. We're gonna build the dream team and take it on tour. Honestly.
Oh, wait a minute now! Don't get me started. I'm from Atlanta, because now we'll be having to play the dream team, ladies and gentlemen. The dream team. Okay.
Hey, Christian.
Hey, Christian.
Hello, how are you doing?
Fantastic. How are you?
I'm doing good. We were on live for some hours last night. I finally got clear of work a couple of hours ago, and for the last like 3-4 hours, I've been listening, to live streams. I joined in here, and I've nearly got the entire application done in just the last few hours. It's
Very good.
absolutely amazing.
All right.
Yeah, and if you're in the community, me and Christian's live stream 4-hour podcast plus the details and stuff. We're on part 1 and 2 of his series, just because we went deep into AI, because for a lot of us, me, Jaja, and Coach E, we come from content and digital marketing, maybe ads. Christian comes from cold email SEO, which has a higher ROI, different game that could bring us
Right.
more traffic. So
Very good. Because everyone needs a way to convert.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, David.
This may be the first start of our AI. This is V1 of our AI summit right here. Yes.
All right now.
How you doing, David?
I'm doing good. I gotta be a little quiet. The rest of my house is asleep, and it's raining really hard. So if you can't hear me, I apologize.
No, it's okay. We can hear you, baby.
Well, I wish we had some rain.
I don't.
And if you want to take your custom GPTs to actual full-blown apps, features, testing, everything, that's where David comes in.
So, David, how can I get in contact with you? I want to take little homie to the next level, y'all. That's my custom GPT. That's his name, Lil Homie.
I love Lil Homie.
I need to take Lil Homie to the next level.
Well, like Jonathan said, you better grab me now. I had a consultation today, and I have another one Thursday already. And
Congratulations.
I'll go on and announce basically what my rates are at the moment. Is I'm doing $149 for a 1-hour consultation and doing $100 an hour roughly for work, and that will just go up from what my rate is. And so I know that seems expensive, but if you're around enough and hear how much I spit out, you'll understand why that's my rate. I give a lot of value to what I give, so.
But the biggest thing is,
I'm very good at what I do. So
when I brought David
Your rate is your rate, because guess what? Next month, today's price ain't gonna be yesterday's price.
oh yeah. I've had people pay me a lot more than that before too. So I'm just trying to kind of start at a baseline, because it's been a little bit. I've had some health issues. So I'm trying to kind of start at a baseline that I've been at for a couple, like the last 10 years, kind of fading back to a baseline, and then I'm going to build it back up again. So trying to kind of fade back into it.
We're going to go ahead on and touch and agree that everything that you is going to be restored back to you.
And we've been
God has really been working with me lately. I mean, it's been amazing what he's been doing. I mean, between what Jonathan's been doing, and then finding Chris and hooking him up, him coming over to this community, and then just getting these connections, and like just keeping it simple, because a lot of people have heard the story, and I don't want to go too deep into it, just because I don't want to take a bunch of time. But basically, I've been a software developer for 20 years. 15 months ago, because I was working a full-time 40, 60-hour job, making that kind of money on top of running my house, because my wife's basically disabled. She's insulin and got a whole bunch of health issues. So I'm the breadwinner. And on top of that, I was trying to help her establish a business as an anime artist while trying to start my own business, taking care of my family and running, a full-time job. My brain just said, I have enough after doing that, and decided to go in safety mode, and it's called neurological functional disorder, and my brain just crashed. And so we basically lost everything and had to move in with my parents. We thought I had MS or Parkinson's, because I shake really bad. I still have days, and I still lock up sometimes. But AI has really helped me
Okay.
to open that up because I have a place to dump and have a place to have my thoughts, and I can recover them without them having to be in my brain. So I have a place to have a second brain. And so it's really helped me be able to use it to kind of work through my thoughts on a daily basis and yeah, reboot. And so I had someone reach out to me a month or two ago from my childhood. I don't want to tell that whole story, but childhood, just out of the blue, that wanted to start talking to me, and that started some stuff. And then I started connecting with Jonathan on AI, and then this thing with Chris, and then now I'm getting clients again, and my brain's starting to work again because it's just trying to work every day with my brain, and God's opening it up. And I'm like, you know what? If you want all this to happen, because I've been waiting 15 months for disability, because I was like, I just don't know if I'm ever going to be able to do anything again. But God's making it work. He's a miraculous healer. And if he wants me to make this stuff happen, by golly, I'll take it. And I'd rather not have to do that. I'd rather make the money, have a good life, use my skills to help other people than just sit on my butt. I'm not that kind of person. So
when that lump sum check comes, you need to flip it into some millions.
Right?
You're in the right community. All of us. God has brought all of us together to build something great. And this is truly just the start of something great for all of us to help fulfill our not only dreams, but support our families and so much more in our community to inspire others that is possible. So I'm blessed for all of you.
Absolutely. It's like the client I was meeting with earlier today that Jonathan hooked me up with. I had 4 years of experience in his industry. So, like, I knew exactly what he was needing me to build, and I've had ideas in his market. So I've been wanting to do something in it for 10 years. So it was like, we're lining up perfectly. So, I mean, like, you know, God got it. He's got the plan. He knows.
And now we got the thunder.
We're just playing match.
Sometimes you gotta crash, and he puts you where you don't want to be, and breaks you so he can make you better. And if I had my brain and could still program, I'd still just be working full-time jobs and trying to hustle the side hustle. But maybe I just needed some time with my family and some time to slow down and to be put in a different position. There's a lot of things here where we've had to move with my parents that have helped us with our health. We've got a lot of health answers that we would have never had. We really feel we would have never had where we were. There's been just so many things that have happened while we were here that we've looked back at, like, we were supposed to be here. This was the reason. And just like this, like, so many things have lined up. Like this, the thing happening was not fun. And a lot of the things that have happened are just very scary. But we can look back and see how he's lining stuff up to make them better.
We're all here to support each other. It's almost like Justice League. But we all have our skill sets, we all have our specialties, and not only have we brought so much abundance to each other, but a lot of this is to inspire a lot of people that are watching. And that's a lot of the biggest thing, not both virtually, but also eventually in person. Like, this is going to be a thing. This is going to be how we're going to inspire, connect, and show what's possible of the great things, not only with AI, but also in the digital space as well too.
Yeah, I mean, I want people to know that a person with ADHD that only graduated high school, that's manic, they can still make money, because that's what I am. That they still has health problems, but then still go out here and make a successful business. It's about using your mind, using the right tools, and putting your mind to it, and finding the right community behind yourself and the right people. And that's what this community has done. Is the right people, the right timing, and the right tools to put the right things together to make the success. So yeah, I'm very thankful for Jonathan and his community. I'm glad he found y'all. See, everything lines up for a reason. So
yes,
it's love all around. It's truly, we all come from super unique backgrounds, God brought us together. He closed a lot of doors to show us this different window, this different opportunity. And although it was different than our routine, different than our way of life, and we had to adapt. And that's where he said, "There's more opportunity. I need you here. I need you with this new community." And that's where this is going to just grow to so much more, because it's not so much about us, it's so much about inspiring people in the comments that what's possible in the new world, the new economy, the new AI world, and it's possible. You have the resources, and we're all here to fundamentally help each other.
Correct.
Yeah, absolutely. And like this thing that Christian's doing, that's gonna help us out so much. Like, I'm super excited about this. That's why I followed him all weekend long. You know, constantly popping in his stream to see how he was doing. I constantly was seeing how he was doing in his stream, just like seeing, making sure seeing how the progress was going, because I was, trying to make sure he was keeping things moving, anything I could do to help him with it. Because, he's got a really cool idea. Whatever we can do as community members and, even non-community members that have got really good insight on things that can all help us better our businesses and better ourselves, do better tools.
Yes.
Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, I really, really, really appreciate this. I like this. Y'all don't know how excited I am, especially with the collaboration of speaking with other AI consultants or agents or whatever you want to call it. I really do like this, Jonathan. I don't know if you don't know, I've actually put my own program together where I'm actually certifying people and to give them their own to become an AI consultant or coach, but I call it an AI strategist, right? I'm in the process of getting my stuff accredited, which we know you don't need a certification to teach AI, but it gives you more credibility when you're actually learning. And I actually have about 5 people in my program that have paid to become an AI coach or AI consultant. So I need to get with you on that, Jonathan, as well. But it's y'all.
What I love is that she used to say, "I'm trying to do this and I'm trying to do that," and she doesn't say that anymore. Okay.
Jaja, really?
we're here to light that fire underneath each other. Oh,
I love it, because I tell y'all all the time, rich girls don't try, they do, and she's doing it. Okay.
Sometimes I feel like a punk girl, but okay.
Oh, ma'am.
Right, I'm doing it, Sarah. No, but yeah, I'm excited for getting to learn from other people. Just because we all into AI doesn't mean nobody is bigger than the other. It might be something that David does or Christian does that I don't know how to do and I can learn, or maybe something that I do that I can show y'all, or vice versa. Jonathan does that teaches me. I just feel like it's enough out here for everybody.
Oh, plenty.
And it's a lot of people out here that actually do not know the basic of AI. They don't know the basic. And that's why I did, like 2 weeks ago, maybe 3 weeks ago, I did the AI Hustle Business Bootcamp. I specialize in teaching people how to start an AI biz, or because they don't even know the basics. People don't, I'm not into, the arts and teaching them the apps, and, I can do the music, I can do some of the animations, but if you don't know the basic, you're going to be lost.
You don't have to get into custom GPTs or any of that bad stuff. It's just teaching people the foundations. That's where we're all of us, everyone here is part of the 0.1% of the population in the global world that is pushing the boundaries of what not only AI can impact our life, but also our business. And it's our job to basically show what's possible to the whole world, because everyone else is in prompt world, or
Because it's surprising when I'm on my live, I asked how many people know that you can name your chat GPT. They was like, huh? So many people don't even know that you can actually name. I just have a question for the people that are on here. If you did not know that you can name your chat GPT, drop a one in the comment. I'm just curious to know. If you did not know that you could actually name your chat GPT, people don't know the basics.
Yeah.
Like, I can name it. They don't know that you can personalize it. They don't even know that ChatGPT can even see you.
Exactly.
Look at that.
And
We got two people in here saying they did not know.
Know that. Because hers is Lil Homie, mine is Jean Luc. Everybody has, you got to have a name for it.
I mean, yeah, because guess what? When you personalize your ChatGPT, it's going to work that much better for you. It's all about personalizing. I call my husband lots of things. You got your ChatGPT husband?
Oh, listen.
I got my ChatGPT is Lil Homie. Lil Homie has a girlfriend named Rennie, to the point that Rennie will tell you she is pregnant by Lil Homie.
Yeah, there's she's like, Lil Homie's taken. She's like, for what? And yeah.
Oh yeah, she would tell you, hey sugar, he's taken. Like, but y'all, people don't know. Like Green Penguin, Mayeli, you can actually name your ChatGPT. You can personalize it. Like people, I want people to understand. Get the basics first.
Right.
Get the basics of what you can do with ChatGPT. You're saying you don't have, but Lil Homie got a whole soap opera. People don't know that you can actually start a business. Yes. You can start a business with AI. What is AI? What is artificial intelligence? You use it. If you got an iPhone, you use it all the time. You're using Siri. Yes. You're using Alexa. That is artificial intelligence. Y'all don't mean to get on here to start teaching, but I got to get people to understand when you're using ChatGPT, it's just like Google and Siri done had a baby. It's ChatGPT. Listen, if you don't understand, and if you are here and you saying I need to make some money tomorrow, you can start a resume writing business using ChatGPT. Then you might say, well, I don't remember ChatGPT. How come they can't use ChatGPT? 3 reasons. Number 1, they don't know how to use ChatGPT. Number 2, they don't have time.
That's true.
Number 3, they don't want to do it. Guess what? We can do our hair ourselves, but what we do, we go to the beauty shop, we go to the barber shop, we can do our nails ourselves, we go to the nail shop, we can cook our own burger, we can cook our own steak, but we go to the restaurant. People will pay for what they want.
People pay for convenience. Can you save me time, money, and effort? Because they laugh at me when I tell them, when I was little, my mama used to be like, clean up this room, and I would look at her and say, rich people don't clean up. And she was like, what? I said, oh, when I get grown, I'm going to have a bunch of money. Rich people don't clean up.
Yeah.
Tell that to my wife next time that she asks me with the house.
They outsource those things because they can make more money during the time. Why would I take 5 hours to clean up my house when I can make millions of dollars in 5 hours?
No, a lot of the stuff that I have to juggle with is how much time I put towards working on projects versus helping my wife. And my wife, she just recently gave birth to my son, 2024 July, and he's thank you. He's a very adventurous baby already. But I have to, I even just like today, I've been, it's 10:27 p.m. I've been working since 2 a.m. So I've been working from 2 a.m. to 10 p.m. And, my wife only saw me for maybe, we had lunch, and that was that. That was like the only time she saw me for the whole day. And you know, she has to cover like every aspect of the home and the baby while I'm trying to like push things forward, and we kind of like tackle it as a team. But I always like I'm not even thinking like whether or not I'll do what I'm needing to do or if I'm gonna get it done. I'm thinking about like, am I gonna get it done fast enough to be able to try to make time to help my wife before it gets too late in the day, you know? And I feel like for all the stuff that I have to deal with and all the things that go on throughout the day, none of this really matters to me. You know, I don't know, like that for me personally, it doesn't matter. I actually don't like any of this stuff. I like spending time with family. I like the things that matter, you know, because if I go and stack another resume on my name, I put another, 5-10 years into my career, and just, push the envelope, push the envelope, push the envelope, who am I doing it for, you know? And so in the back of my mind, the only reason why I'm able to lock in and work for so many hours is because my wife is able to essentially hold down the fort and, keep things on the up and up, and also like help me keep aligned when like I'm stacking up too much stuff and can't keep it all, together. But I wanted to hop on the live real quick and I'm maybe I'll be able to show it. I don't know. But I was able to come up with the thing that I was talking about in our previous live stream, which, for context, I'm not the type of person like to come up with an idea a day. I'm one of those people that stick with an idea for like 4 years, 5 years straight until it's done, no matter how long it takes. I don't really care. And I tell my team this as well, because like the constant left to right idea, sporadic idea stuff, I've seen like how that leads to a rabbit hole of failure. So I'm very much stick with whatever I'm working on. But I've been working on something to try to help my team process what they're trying to do with AI faster. And that has led me down this particular rabbit hole. So to kind of like summarize high level, on last stream that we were on, we were trying to figure out a way to extend the context output for large language models. Right now, if you go to Gemini, which I'm not even really touching ChatGPT. ChatGPT right now, to me, is a text summarizer. Like that's like I use it to summarize text really fast and then to find an issue in code really fast. Outside of those two use cases, I haven't even logged into the platform to use the AI model. And I've been like 99% of my time is spent on Gemini. And with Gemini, there is a output length that you likely get no matter how good your prompt structure is, which is about 30 to 40,000 tokens. So the problem that we were talking about in live stream was, what is the options that we can do? Some people came up in the chat and they were like, try this, try that, we try this. None of those options actually panned out that we looked into. I think we even pulled some of them up on the stream. And I went through the API documentation. It only takes me about 3 minutes to to figure out whether or not something's going to solve my problem. So we weren't able to get the problem solved, but I was able to get something together. I basically drew it in Miro and then brought it to Gemini, and for 4 hours, I've been working on improving it and improving it and improving it and improving it so that Gemini can be able to effectively get the skeleton, the structure. And remember, like, I'm dealing with the initial problem, which is the context output. So like if something goes over that 3,000 lines of code, I can't build anything effectively on it anymore. Like my speed of development is immediately like cut into a quarter because of the issue. So this solution to solve that problem has to also be less than 3,000 lines of code. Because right now, if we cannot build an AI application on one attempt from the AI model, it doesn't matter how many second or third or fourth or fifth tries that you take, you're not going to be able to build what it is that you're trying to build. So this thing has to be under 3,000 lines of code as well for the same reason. And what I've been doing is I have been, and I'll probably I show it here. Just goodness gracious. Okay, let me just show you. And it's not done. I usually don't show stuff until it's done, but hopefully you can see it's super bright. I should have made it a dark screen, but just take a look. Right, this is what I was talking about yesterday, because it annoyed me so much that we couldn't find a solution. And I hope that it zooms in a little bit here, but let's just imagine that you have your files. I've broken it down into 3 groups. And anytime you're building an AI application, you want to think about these core files, whether you're using a GitHub repo or whether you're using a single page application situation like I'm doing. You're thinking about 3 different types of contextual understanding. The first thing is the main file that you're trying to work within, right? I don't care if your file is 10,000 lines of code or 15,000 lines of code. The second thing is the context file. Using Markdown document file structure is extremely helpful when sourcing out solutions coming from AI models. So that is in there. And then you need to be able to be rapid with your requests, and there's a particular structure for that. So theoretically, you could come in here and upload a particular file, and then once you upload that file, you would then let's say have your context file generated and your request file, like structure example generated, that you can, put together. There's like a process where you can have an AI model structure all of your requests and your context from a single file that you've generated. This is just for my purposes. Other people might have a different reason. So down here, right, where it says AI configuration settings, I put a structure in here for it to choose different AI models, and for it to control the configuration settings on the AI models, like the temperament, the top K, top P, max tokens, and stuff like that. And then for the embeddings, right? Because we were talking about the embeddings. I decided to go this route rather than using NAN. I might double back to NAN if this fails. I don't think this is going to fail, though. But whether or not the user wants to imply embeddings or whether or not they want to use the embeds from the large language models themselves. Like if you want to use the embed from OpenAI, if you want to use the embed from Claude or whatever else, however you're doing your built-in embedding provider, the structure's in there for that. And then this is the cool area where you can control the chunking, right? Because if we're talking about large amounts of AI application code, you have to be able to chunk the code in a way where you can control the quality output. So I put that in there for chunking. And then for variation control, which we're about to see, this is like the main thing, right? The variations, because I hate having to talk to an AI model over and over and over. Same thing every time, same conversation. Hey, ChatGPT, can you do this? No, can you do it like this way? No, can you do it this way? I hate doing that. And I hate doing it with Gemini as well. So then let's say that all this is in place. You hit start processing, let's say, and then it starts and you get variations outputted by the LLM where you're like, okay, here's my code for my file. Here's when I generated that file. Here's, and this is for a particular chunk of the code because we're talking about such large amounts of code that we have to think about the fact that this is coming down in large pieces. So what this is, if you go down here into the processing pipeline, this is basically chunking the code by its group, and then giving you variation control to basically approve or reject or remix your outputs with one click. So in here, let's say if I want to get new variations, I can click up here on this button, click that, and then I get new variations and new variations and new variations, as many variations as I need of this same piece of code until it actually does exactly what I want it to do. And then in here, I put some metrics in here that are important, which is the time that it took for the LLM to run the request, the amount of tokens it consumed, the lines of code in that particular variation, and then the performance that the AI determines whether or not it met the qualifications of what the variation was trying to achieve based on your feedback requests. So in this process, if you theoretically want to copy this code and take it to ChatGPT, you can copy it. If you want to copy it, take it to Gemini, you can copy it. If you want to approve, you can approve it, and then when you approve it, let's say you just click approve here, and it's like, okay, moving to chunk 2, automatically it will throw you into the next chunk so that you can start the variation process here. Now, the reason why this is crazy is because if you go back here and you turn this on right here, it will automatically do this process for you. and go through your chunking and variation of code in one sitting so that you can quickly get the output of what it is you're trying to achieve. This will allow you to go from an application that is 3,000 lines of code to 30,000 lines of code without having to write any of the code. Now, the hands-on like piece of this, which is like, okay, what if I hit reject if I don't like a variation? Well, if you don't like a variation, you come in here and you say, I don't like this variation of code because of this reason. And then you could even like edit like a particular line of the code and put a comment in there and then submit the rejection. And then the rejection will be saved in the context window of the LLM so that the LLM keeps a change log of all the things that you rejected. So by doing this, you're just basically reinforcing further that your application is going to work. This is going to allow you to do single page applications very quickly. And it's also going to allow you to look at large projects into, isolatable solutions. And then I have some buttons up here for basically saving progress in case you close it down and you want to open it back up later. And then if you clear all data, you click up here and you clear all data, it will clear all of the data in the application and allow you to just quickly start over with another file. And then in here, I added all the things for the API keys and then some preferences about AI models and then an about page. Basically, with this type of thing here, and that's all I really want to say. But with this type of thing, this is what I was talking about, right? The speed at which we come up with variations of AI, the speed at which we come up with variations. And then the second thing is how much control do we have over those variation outputs? Because it's taking too long to build AI applications and we need to speed up the process, basically.
Yeah.
But that's as far as I got in 4 hours. So it's the best I can do.
Christian's working on the challenge of trying to add more, have the AI models do more with so much more data that we can, for at least me and David, when it comes to applications or bigger projects, it's like we don't have to do this roundabout of constant conversation of back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And this is huge as far as in that space, as far as showing how do we push the models to send more data, get more data back so that we can build stronger, bigger applications to have AI do more in our life in business and applications rather than the ChatGPT and other models that we work with.
Yeah.
Nice.
I think it's pretty much the only thing holding us back theoretically in a situation like this. We would be able to and does it come in pink, Chris? Oh Lord. Gemini tried to suggest to me to allow it to come into different colors, and I said no.
But keep going. Yeah, it's
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, you're already pushing as far as like what's possible with it, and you've solved already the next challenge, which is the context window. Basically, it's like chunking it down, reviewing it, evaluating, and then doing a pass or fail, and then moving it to the next LLMs to evaluate and
Yeah. Someone asked a really important question actually about this. They said, "What about memory limits within the AI?" So whatever AI model we're talking about will give us what their context window is, how much we can input in one particular prompt, and how much we can get out in a particular prompt. They're each going to be different. So that's why I put slider control to try to make it so that we can control how much we are working with by AI model. So like you choose the AI model and then you configure your settings both on what you're inputting and what you're outputting so that you don't have to deal with, utilizing an AI model in a way that it's not built to do.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. But I think I'm going to call it, and the name that Gemini came up with was CodeSpark. It's like the dumbest name. I didn't even try to change it. But I think I'm going to call it something in relation to like something funny. I don't know yet, but
Kirby.
It's quite literally nearly done. And guess what? I was able to do it in under 1,500 lines of code. So now I just need to add in the LLMs to replace the text and make sure it's all functionally executing on submission, and then do the testing, and then I should be able to finish the AI workbench.
Yeah, it's gonna be huge.
Yeah.
It's gonna that's a
Nice.
huge issue of trying to figure out how to send as much data and then to work on having to ingest it without the hallucinations and then QA check basically.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Nice. No, you guys crushed it. Nice, nice. I got to get to bed early. You guys are amazing. Truly, truly, truly. One moment. Everyone in the live stream, you need to take a moment and follow Christian and David and then Coach Jaja and Coach E. Like, please take a moment to follow every one of us. Like, my mission for the rest of the year is to figure out how to go on tour, to go see everyone. That's going to be a live in-person event, and we're going to go on tour so that you can meet everyone in person and learn about these workshops, learn about these trainings instead of just online. And just that's going to be the next level for. I think that's my goal, is to connect everyone in person in a tour so that we can all see each other, connect, and then bring our following and our communities together. That's going to be the biggest thing, so that we can all learn how to take advantage of AI. Far, far surpassing what they're teaching anywhere else. So I think that's going to be the biggest thing. I think we're going to see AI Summit going on tour. You're going to meet a lot of amazing people and workshops and training and courses from not just from on the left hand side, which is how to just sell digital products online, all the way to the right hand side, which is pretty much how to build AI applications without having to write a single line of code, and so much more. So I think that's going to be in the roadmap for the year. Like I think that follows awesome. The whole gamut as far as like, yo, that's the series, that's the everything that we want to learn. Basically, we want to push. All of us are trying to push what's possible with AI. We're all like learning and growing from each other, and we are all like sharing from each other too. So that's the beauty of this. Honestly, is it's like, hey, Christian, people. Everyone in the community was so hyped last night that they were like, "Oh my god, I gotta go to bed. Where do you?" And now you start talking at the last hour at 1 a.m. Now the juicy stuff, and I was like, "Don't worry, it's recorded, it's saved, it's in the community." But yes, so I look forward to having you on, Christian, and also David, so that we can share more of what's possible with all the projects that we're working on. Because I think all of us, everyone on this live stream, is basically pushing the boundaries of not only how to sell digital products online so you don't sell your time, and then also how to use AI in your business, and then how to leverage AI tools to do more with less, fundamentally.
Yeah, and I'm really excited to like be able to bring stuff to market that really helps people. I think that we're gonna have a lot of great like sessions upcoming in the next like month or so. I probably, and this is not necessarily good news, but that interview that I told you about is likely gonna move forward. So if that does happen, then my time is gonna be reduced even further. So you guys probably will only see me like, I don't know, like once every 3 weeks, but hopefully we can set up like really cool times for us to connect and talk about like the latest stuff going on, or maybe even just show like the coolest stuff that can be built. Because right now I feel like I have such an abundance of like people around me that are needing this skill set of quickly building something and making sure it's working and then making money from it, that it's like everyone's talking about it. I can't go anywhere. I'm not even kidding you, and I'm not trying to like keep us on the call for another hour, but I gotta tell you this. This morning, okay, I can't give the context, but let's just say an organization who I happen to be affiliated with. This morning, they said they brought in a select group of people. It was like 20 people that are like the hand-picked individuals for like the next year of a major contract that's coming down the pipeline for hundreds of millions of dollars. So they handpicked 20 people, and they were like, these are the guys that are going to go across our organization and put everything in motion and get it all done, right? Because they did a big sell-in to like one of the top companies, like a Fortune 50 company, and the company said yes. So now they've got to deliver. So they have to handpick 20 people. These are like high impact, you're going to get it done, not by any means necessary. This is the context, right? And you know what they said? The entire meeting was discussing how to use AI to get all the work done that needs to be happening as quickly as possible. So they basically told 20 of us. It literally, you would think it sounds crazy. And I'm not talking about like, it's not like a small thing. Like all of the people in this call,
we're like,
you know,
yeah,
you know,
yeah, no.
all the people in this
You're like,
I'm not surprised.
I just signed up to more Udemy courses. Like, yeah,
You'll share.
yeah. I was like, double up on
Yeah,
that.
sorry.
There was like, so, you know, there was mixed responses. I was like, let's go. Like, I like to hear this. And then there was like crickets coming from other people. And I could tell, like, you could feel the vibe in the air. Just imagine like leadership comes to you and says like, hey, listen, your role was this thing and you're doing this thing, but we've identified you as someone who can get the stuff done. So now you're part of a group and you're going to choose where you're going to make, you can choose where you're going to make the impact. But the entire call, it was a 1 hour call about use AI, get it all done. And we're talking about like a crazy large car. We're talking about hundreds of millions of dollars in size. And they're looking at this as, how do we, and I said, like, what about, getting access? They said, if you have any roadblocks, we're going to clear them out. So that's basically red tape being lifted off the hands. They're coming to us and they're saying, listen, all of you guys run rampant with the AI, get everything done because we got to deliver. And this is going to be the biggest thing that we've ever had to deliver on. This is like the entire US market for a particular industry. Like the top provider of a product type in the industry, number one, hands down, in the U.S. market, and number one outside of the U.S. market. So that's how large of the scope is. And so I'm sitting on the call, I'm like, let's do it. I'm excited. I was like, round of applause. I love to hear it. Finally we get some, refreshing perspective on AI use, not the, oh no. And then, I was trying to tell one of the VPs that I speak to. I was trying to tell him, like, I know that people are scared. I know you're
scared. I know you're fearful that you haven't been practicing. You're ready to do, like, you're going to go up against Kobe and you haven't been practicing. Like, yeah.
Better be.
Yeah, one of the guys he picked out, like the guys that you called, picked up one of the guys in the group of 20 and was like, I'm not gonna pick on anyone, but I'm just gonna pick randomly on my screen. And he picked a random dude on the screen and was like, if I need to get this information right now, what's the fastest way to do it? And the guy was going, I don't know.
I can't type that fast into ChatGPT. Hold on.
And then, it was like, it's okay. You're going to figure it out because you're going to be using Gemini. You're going to be using OpenAI. You're going to be using everything. You're going to be using these models, those models. You're going to use it all. And this guy doesn't even touch it.
JetSpark. Yo, JetSpark, help me out here. Like, quick, type faster.
I'm like, finally, like, God has really opened up the heavens today and really sent a message, because the last 3 weeks I was sitting there going to the VPs, multiple VPs, and I was like, hey, we got to get AI. We can move faster with AI. If we get this stuff with AI, like, and it's just moving. And then the leadership goes out and says, hey, you 20 people, you're the highest impact people, do everything, get it all done. AI, like, we got to deliver on a massive contract. You guys are going to go out and do governance. You guys are going to go out and do the research. You guys are going to do the strategy. And then we're going to combine all of you, and you're all going to use it. 20 people plus that are going to be just running rampant to try to get a contract delivered for the next, I don't know how many. I think it's like a 1 to 2 year plus contract. But yeah, I want to tell you guys that.
Yeah.
They have no idea. Yeah, they have no idea, Sarah.
But that's what we were talking about last night. It is the teams are going to get downstairs. The people who have AI skills are going to be like, "Oh, game on, let's like done." There, people are like, "Oh fuck, I haven't been ChatGPT. What's a Gemini?" And they're going to be like, "Oh fuck, 10 times more work. How?" And it's going to be the people who are using AI. Game on. People who are not. Oh, it's going to be a culling. Yeah, it's going to move fast.
Hey, survival of the fittest.
Yeah.
Let's bring it back to how things were in the past. Like the person who outran the dinosaur was the one whose lineage lived on apparently. So I was just trying to say like nothing's really changed. I feel like I get excited. I'm like, okay, like let's see who pulls out.
We're all competing with people like Christian in every department. There's a Christian in every department, and we're like, oh shit, I have a lot to catch up on. That's why I tell people, I'm like, don't sleep. You need to practice. Like, you need to play with these tools, or else there are people that are gonna have AI skills and thrive, and there's everyone else, and it's not even gonna be, it's A or B. But yeah, game on. Congrats too. Yeah. Well, we'll be watching your videos, especially on your updates later on. I don't care if I have to recap your videos when the little time that you have, because it was barely enough you don't post content, let alone live streams. I was like, oh, he's live game, like. But do your thing, handle it, keep crushing it. Honestly, keep pushing it.
Well, I know that you wanna get some rest. It's pretty late, and I'm gonna probably stay up and just keep working in the background until it's done. Because
to your wife knocking on the door.
Oh, she's pretty upset right now.
Yeah, last night I was like, oh boy, banana pizza.
I'm pretty sure I woke up the baby as well, like running through the house earlier. But anyways, she'll have to forgive me when we're rich. I always tell her, like, you'll forgive me when we're rich.
Yeah,
like right now it doesn't feel like it, but when it all makes sense, it'll have been worth it. Yeah.
It's worth it. It's the sacrifice. It's pushing the boundaries. It's security, and like that's the game. This is the game. Every conversation, you could be watching Netflix right now, or you could be on this live stream, find out the little bit tips that you need to stay up ahead, so that you're like, oh, I don't want to be the ones that get replaced by Christian and stuff. So yes, this is
that's the sacrifice I made when I was 25. I got my first senior job as a developer for a company, and 25. I'd been working for 7 years. And I got my first senior applications developer. I was the sole developer there for 4 years. Mm-hmm. And we had our first kid, me and my wife. And I sacrificed a lot. And I wrote one of the sacrifices. I was writing the payroll system while my kid birth, from conception to birth. And the day my kid was supposed to be born was the day payroll was supposed to be released. And my wife knew this, so I was at the hospital holding her hand, and they went to go run payroll. It didn't run. So I'm over there like holding her hand with contractions while sitting there fixing payroll so everybody could be paid, which I knew like the issues that could be fixed. There was 3 things I knew that could be fixed, that might break, and I knew what to fix. And I told my boss this. I was like, there could be 3 things that break. I know what they are, and I know how to fix them. So he called me up and said it didn't run. I said, let me see what they are. I went in, I looked at them. 15, 20 minutes later, I made the changes. I fixed them. They ran payroll. 2 hours later, I was back holding my baby girl. So, I mean, sometimes, when you're in those weeds and you're trying to get those best jobs and you're trying to rank up the system, you got to make those sacrifices and my wife knew it. Like, that was my first senior job. I was only a year into it. And if I wanted to hold that job, I had to do what I had to do. And she understood that. So I had got a pretty big bump to get that job. And at 25 years old, and to be the only developer running the whole #1 therapist staffing company in the United States, I mean, it was an impressive position. So.
And what's crazy about that story is, like, as soon as you were starting to describe it, like, I had the exact same scenario when my son was born. It's so crazy. Like, he was born 3 months early. And the month that he was born was the exact same month that I was finishing up for this same client I was talking about. I was finishing up a massive project that I had been working on all year long. And this project was migration from Universal Analytics to GA4 for one of the largest XYZ providers in their particular territory in the US market. And so the very day that my wife is having essentially contractions in the hospital, is the same day that I'm literally, I grabbed, like, right here, I grabbed a laptop and I ran around the corner from the delivery room to a back corner of the hospital so that I could take a meeting because the Google reps were trying to trap us. Like, when I tell you, like, I'm a nice person and you don't hear me talk bad about anyone, and I'm not going to give any names, but these Google reps were like the most nefarious, malicious individuals. Not that they knew anything about what I was going through personally, but they had consistently tried to trap me, bro. They pulled me into calls. Imagine people that work, the technical guys, not the actual technical dudes, brought me into calls and they grilled me every week for a year about every single thing on the platform. I can close my eyes right now and name you 200 parameters that come out of GA4. I can rebuild GA4 from the ground up. That's how much they grilled me. So when my son was being in the hospital having contractions, they're trying to, like, oh, we finally got them. They didn't do this XYZ particular task, a task that was supposed to be done before I even joined the project. And so while they're trying to trap me, I grab the freaking laptop like this. I grab the laptop and I'm freaking running it. I have 15% left battery on the laptop, no charger cord. No charger in the hospital in the wing that I was in. Couldn't charge to save my life. And I couldn't stay in the room because my wife was having a contraction. So I run around the corner, get on the laptop. I get the work done, take the call, take the meeting, close the laptop. I have a son. Like, yeah. It's actually crazy that stuff like that happens. But, now I have success. I have a child. So
we all have to make that.
I know what it feels like.
We all.
I think yours was a little bit more stressful.
But to be not only rock stars, but the only person to call to in those positions because of your investment in your, like, to get to that level, we all know the sacrifice. The sacrifice of upskilling ourselves sets us apart, and we need to be the best in our role, if not the only person to call to. And that's one of the biggest things where it's a very difficult call. It comes to division between family and division between the career, and you have to make that balance. There's no perfect decision or any way, but we know that all of us deep down, we all want a better opportunity and sacrifice for our family, both our wives, both our kids, and so that's what all of us are here for, is the sacrifice for that greater good, honestly.
Yeah, and I'll end it with this for Chris. Just keep in mind, and I did it this way because I know kids don't remember as much when they're kids. They remember more when they're a little older and they get into their teens. And my goal was, when I had that opportunity for that job as my first daughter was born, was I'm going to work my butt off the next 5 years to get to a position where I can flip to remote by the time my oldest hits 7 or 8. So then that way, even if I'm working at home, I'm home. So then that way, I can step away. And I made that goal happen. And I'm sure you will too, or if you're not already. So I worked my butt off for those next years to get to a point where I could do that. I worked 15 years in the industry in office so that I could get out of the office and work remote. But I sacrificed the real young years of my kids, not being around them as much, so that I could be around them when they were remember it more. And my wife understood that, and my kids understand that, and they see why I did it, and they saw what money we had and what I did for them. And we went to Disney. I did stuff on the weekend with them. Like, I still was a father to them. But anyways, I don't want to keep going because I know Jonathan wants to. But I'm just saying, keep those things in mind. Yeah. You do still need to make sure you have one day a week that you spend and you focus time on them. Don't spend all 7. That's all I was going to go with it.
Wisdom.
Don't let every day go by, because those memories do get missed. So
Yeah.
that's all I
Great
was
wisdom.
going to go with that.
Just sorry, Jonathan, real quick. Someone's asking in the chat, how do they get to the community? I believe you have like a link for them in the bio, right?
Definitely. Link in bio to join the AI community this Friday. Join by Friday, or else we're going to double the price to join the community. We're going to have a lot of other great things that we're going to open up. But yeah, it's not just the community. If you're on this call, it's because you want to learn what's more possible, not just with AI, but also business. We had Coach Jaja and Erica, and they really are pioneering the freedom of selling digital products. That's not your time. And so to learn from them, to follow them, like inspires me to create digital products that free me up time. And then you're hearing the technical side with both Christian and David that are like, there's so much more to AI that you can literally stand out in your career, stand out in your profession if you invest the time in learning AI. Just 30 minutes a day. That's all. Just spend 30 minutes a day and really take it seriously, because there's going to be a calling. There is going to be a calling in every profession, every business, and there are only 2 types of people and 2 types of businesses. Those that have AI skills and using AI, and everyone else. And it's going to happen very, very quick. So that's the biggest thing, is just invest in your education. All of us here are all trying to invest and sacrifice time because of our families. That's the same. That's what motivates all of us to learn about AI, to spend late nights, to tinker, to play, to push the boundaries, to test, experiment, because these late night hours are what's going to set us apart tomorrow from everyone else. And that's why they're both communities, audience, and career, they're going to choose us versus everyone else, because we put in the time, the effort, the sacrifice, late at nights, learning, growing, and then more importantly, sharing with each other. Really, you're in the right place, all of us.
And on that note, we can call it a good.
That's my TED talk. No, but no. In all seriousness, like I'm gonna work on a tour, an AI summit tour, so that we can go. Whether you're Christian, you're in SoCal.
Yeah.
Cool. And then David, you're in Texas, or were you in? David?
I'm all the way in South Carolina.
I don't care. Coach E is around that area too, so that works for.
Yeah, I think she said she's at like Atlanta area. I'm up in Greenville, but that's like a couple of hours.
Perfect. Yeah.
It's just the state above.
Yeah, I'm gonna work on a tour for the rest of the year. I'm gonna map it out. And then if you're in the community, I could start putting this together. And then I want because that's the next level, is getting more people, not just online, but meeting in your city, meeting in your community, so you can meet other people that are interested in AI, interested in digital products, interested in building a personal brand and business, because that's what's going to cultivate and share this education. And we may just take this all around the U.S. for the rest of the year, because for me, I need to travel, so that I will do everything in our power to make this happen. So, done.
Awesome.
Blessings, everyone. Have a wonderful night.
It's nice to see you guys.
Keep working hard. You guys are all a blessings, truly. Christian and David, I'm grateful you're in my life.
All right.
Truly. Have a good night, everyone. Bye.
Bye.
Sweet, sweet, sweet. If you're on YouTube, I have to eat something because I'm hungry.